Last time we saw Denver, they had a big win against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, taking full control of the AFC West. Now they get to travel to Washington to take on the Commanders on Sunday Night Football. My name's Tyler, here with my brother Ryan. We're going to break down this Week 13 Sunday Night Football matchup and provide our predictions at the end. So be sure to stay tuned, leave a comment, and hit that subscribe button to get notified when new videos come out. We're trying to get to 100 new subscribers this week, and let's see if we can do it in this video alone. And Ryan, big victory for the Denver Broncos a couple weeks ago here, going to 9-2 on the season. They're coming off a bye, which is much deserved. Actually, kind of a perfect time of a bye. I'm a
Yeah.
big, like, if I know there's going to be a break, let's do like 66% of the work, take a little break, and then you only got 1/3 left. So 6 games left into the season here for Denver. And what a good matchup to start, I would say, coming back on Sunday Night Football, going up against the Commanders, who are just devastated with injuries. Don't believe Jaden Daniels is going to play with this one. It's wild that he's actually still like possible to come and play after that
Yeah.
disgusting elbow injury that he
Didn't even
had.
go on IR.
Didn't he go on IR? So that's what I'm saying. Like, he potentially could play. That being said, though, I don't think it's going to make a difference because this Broncos team is just playing extremely well. Are there some things offensively that they can improve on? Yes, I bet they probably worked on that a bunch on the bye weekend. But this defense, don't change it. Maybe get rid of Riley Moss. That's a separate conversation, but and improve there. But everything else, though, really, really like this Denver defense as a whole. And I'm just kidding about Riley Moss. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I don't know. He's definitely not the star cornerback there. That's Pat Surtain. Got to get him back and healthy. But in general, though, Ryan, what do you like about this Broncos team, and how do you think they beat the Commanders here on Sunday Night Football?
Oh, this Broncos defense is amazing. The way they're able to get after the quarterback is so impressive. Even think the second and third level, like they just play defense as good as anybody in the NFL. They're so well coached. Vance Joseph does a really good job, and yeah, this defense is phenomenal. Offensively, I will say I really have not been super impressed with the offense. I think that they have definitely improved. And I think at times, like especially in the first 3 quarters, they don't convert as well in like crucial situations. Whatever it is in the fourth quarter, though, I mean, they're executing in crucial scenarios each and every fourth quarter. And like, I would rather be bad in the first 3 quarters and excellent in the fourth quarter, and be 9-2 than like, be great in the first 3 and atrocious in the fourth. Because
Yeah,
I think that there's a lot more games are won in the fourth quarter than in the first 3.
I'm a
So
Falcons fan. I understand. Yeah,
so for me, I think that that's like the biggest thing is this offense hasn't been good, but they've been clutch. And that's something that you have to like. And as far as the Commanders go, this has just kind of been a lost season. I was doing some research because as a Patriots fan, the Patriots are kind of having the season that the Commanders had last year. And I was doing some research, and so since in the last 15 years, there have been like 6 teams that have gone from a top 5 pick to making the playoffs. So you have the Texans when they drafted CJ Stroud and Will Anderson. Then you have the Bengals when they drafted Jamar Chase. They went to the Super Bowl that year. And then you had like Eric Fisher was drafted by the Chiefs. Andrew Luck was drafted. Ezekiel Elliott was drafted the top 5. And I think there was one other. All but 5 or all but one of those teams regressed. And then the only team that didn't regress was the Bengals, who actually were improved the previous or the following year. The Colts, when they drafted Andrew Luck, stayed the same. They were 11-5 in 2012, and then in 2013, everybody else regressed, some drastically. And the one thing that I took away from that was while that next season was like lost, the teams actually did improve because all of them had the main thing figured out and that they had the quarterback. The Commanders have their quarterback in Jaden Daniels. So this point in the season, 3-8, outside looking in on the playoff picture, I think for the Commanders, you're not adopting the mentality of a rebuilding team because you don't necessarily want to like allow that kind of culture to take over. But I think you're really trying to find pieces that you can build off of, and then you're going to have a premium draft pick to go and fill a spot instantly and figure out where you can improve. So I think that's kind of where the Commanders are at this point in the year.
Yeah, I'm looking at Tankathon right now. Like they're currently seventh as right now on the big board, and there's a bunch of guys that too. Like I mean, I think a guy like Caleb Downs at the safety, I think would be great. You go get if
Yeah.
you want to go get like a legit receiver because Deebo Samuel's like it's kind of really a temporary piece, but go get like a Jordan Tyson or if you want to get a Mansour Lane, like and address the secondary again too. Like there's going to be a lot of different directions that they can go on. I think really good
Yeah.
edge class as well too if they want to address that spot. So a lot of good pieces overall, though. I think for them to address with this offseason as they keep on getting better. In this game, though, here, yeah, it's going to be Denver. I think this defense is going to be too much. Even if it's Jaden Daniels in there, I still think it's just going to be too much. I believe it's going to be Marcus Mariota, but it still has to kind of wait and see uh, coming off the bye. Because I also think too, though, if you're the Commanders, if you don't think you're going to make the playoffs, like if there's not even a chance to make the playoffs, why risk come Jada Daniels coming back and then having another devastating injury that can make it even
Yeah.
worse? I know it's his non-throwing arm, but still, I'd be like that's why you pay Marcus Mariota his money. It's like, hey, you can go get hurt. Don't get hurt. I'm not advocating anybody get hurt, but he can go take the shots here.
Yeah.
Um, as we just wind down the season. So when I look at the Broncos here, though, they're sitting here at 9-2, and I really like their schedule coming up here. So obviously this game here, let's say they win this one. Everybody's picking them here at Las Vegas. Now it's a division game that last time they played them, it was not a pretty game, but they ended up winning. But still, hey, you never know. I think everybody's going to pick them there too. So, but then home against the Packers, home against the Jags. I really like them in both of those matchups here with just how good that defense is. Once again, the Jags defense is definitely more vulnerable. Packers defense is going to be good, but then at the Chiefs and then home against the Chargers. So final four games are with playoff teams, yes, but I also just like the matchups overall though here too. So I don't think that they can go 15-2, but they have a good shot of besting your Patriots here. I think for the number one spot. I do think it's going to come down to these two teams here. It's going to be fascinating to see who gets home field advantage.
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be a fun playoff race. I like the Broncos a lot. I'm also taking them in this matchup just to, you know, be clear. But I think overall in the playoff picture, just kind of looking at their schedule, they have two very nice tune-up games for this like final stretch. And they do play four
Well,
playoff teams, but
I
I like them.
real quick, I'll stop you. I wouldn't call the Raiders game a tune-up game. I mean, they only beat them 10-7 a couple weeks ago. So it should be a tune-up game. It should,
It should be.
but
It's
it's.
this one is going to be indoors with no wind, and I like. I don't know. I think that this
I know
Broncos
what you
team,
mean.
uh, you know, kicks us not
Should
out
beat
of them
them.
indoors.
Yeah.
Uh, uh and so for me, you have two tune-up games, and then you have four tough-ish games. Like I like them, especially in the Jacksonville game. You already beat Kansas City, so that should be a confidence boost. Um, so for me, I think that the Broncos are in a really good spot, and I'm looking forward to seeing how this AFC playoff picture, you know, pans out. They haven't locked up the division yet, but I think it would be very unlikely for them to not win the division at this point.
Well, so they are only 2 games up on Los Angeles, and they own the tiebreaker over them.
Yeah, and they have one game to go, right?
The last game of the season.
Yeah. So
So
no, they
now,
play Kansas City in week 18.
no, week 17.
Oh,
Yeah,
maybe I
they
misread the
play Kansas
schedule.
City on Christmas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. The Chiefs is like it has the extra like Prime Video thing, so that's like a big one, and then the Chargers one is like real thin on the
Yeah.
thing. So it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to how this AFC race plays out. So let's go ahead. Let's wrap it up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. That is the best way to help out the channel. While you're down there, leave a comment on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Will it be the Denver Broncos? Will it be the Washington Commanders? None of that. We'll see you guys next time.